Hi guys, Mark Naven here, and I'm joined by Sharon Musker.
Hi Mark.
How are you?
Good.
That's good.
Thanks for taking some time to have a chat.
No, that's okay. Look, we were having a chat before about what you did, and I thought it would be a great idea to do this video and to share with other people more about what you do and how you help businesses with electricity. So tell us a little bit more about that.
So Mark, we help businesses pay less money for power bills. So the whole electricity market's got a bit crazy. Bills have gone through the roof and it's really affecting many businesses. So we hear this on the news every day, and we've gone out and decided to do something about it. So
how do you do that? I mean, obviously there's going to be a lot of business owners who are going to be interested in saving money on their power bills. I know that I've spoken to other people and they're like, oh, the power bill, for different industries especially, it can be quite high, but how do you go about saving them the money? How do you do that?
Okay, so there's quite a few different ways we analyse bills. So basically we're starting with an audit. So if we don't know the current state of play, it's very hard to move forward. There's about 14 different items on a large business electricity bill that we actually go through an audit. So making sure that business is not paying more than they have to. Negotiating well with retailers is probably the thing that most people think they need to do. But
and it's not something that business owners, probably have the time to do or value that as much as what they should. Like I guess going through an electricity bill and trying to understand what they're actually being charged for, that's where you need a specialist help.
Yeah, so actually understanding the bill is a bit of a nightmare for most people too, because it does look like a bit of gobbledygook. But
you just look at the bottom figure and go,
essentially, we look at the bills and get quite excited. So I always have a joke that I'm probably the only person in Australia that actually likes electricity bills, because we look for ways to save. So, and look, it's really important that businesses realise that there is something they can do. They can take control. We've saved over $3 million for small and medium enterprises, and that's saying a lot that the market is really
absolutely
quite crazy, and we just look for.
So is it just focusing on businesses at the moment as well?
Yeah. So businesses, because that's where we can add so much more value. We've got clients that spend up to $100,000 per month on power. So
per month.
When you're looking at those sort of figures, but look, you don't have to spend that amount of money for us to help, and we get just as much enjoyment.
So it can be small businesses as well?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we've got lots of bakeries, cafes that we look after, and some large factories. We're not restricted to the local area, so we've got a lot of clients all over Australia. And if we can't save you any money, we don't do the work. We can't, sometimes we just can't find those savings, but at least then you'd have peace of mind that you're actually on a good rate, on a good plan, and there's nothing we can do today. But
so
that's next week.
For your business, sorry to cut you off there, for your business, what can people who potentially want to help you grow your business and advocate for you, what are you looking for?
Look, I think the conversation is really important to have with our colleagues and business owners, because it's not a conversation we've had in the past. And when you hear on the news, all the strife that the electricity market is in, it almost makes you not want to talk about it. You don't want to even entertain the idea that there is something that can be done. But I assure you, from the savings we've found and the strategies that we've developed, we know that we can help 80% of business owners.
So any sort of business connections are obviously going to be quite valuable. Look, introducing to business owners or companies or some sort of way into a larger organisation for people who maybe make those decisions. That'd be a good connection for you.
Look, just have the conversation with anyone you know in business. You probably think you're right for power, but have you actually reviewed it? Have you had anyone 100%. Look at those bills for you? Because that's all that starts with a conversation.
Great. And so this is probably my favourite question, and often my last question is around people's goals for their business. So people make goals around 3 months, 6 months, a year, 5 years. What's your plans?
Well, we have.
Do you have any goals?
We have a lot of goals. We know that we can help 80% of customers, right, reduce their energy costs.
Yep.
So the savings in this country are simply enormous. So that's our goal, to save as much money as we can
Yep.
for small to medium business so that they don't go out of business. And
It's pretty tough because
yeah.
someone was telling me the other week that 85% of small businesses don't make it through the first year. So I mean, stuff like that, saving on electricity, could be one of those things that help them get through that first little bit.
It's not just about saving, I guess. It's really just don't waste money, because if you pay less for electricity, you actually still get the same electricity. You still get power. So your business is still running. It's just that you have that extra money in your pocket, and that's really that's just rewarding to see a business make more profit and become sustainable and
not waste
worried.
money. Yeah. Fantastic, Sharon. Well, thanks very
Mark.
much.
Thank you.
And look, you were a little bit nervous about coming on the video, and you've actually killed it. I reckon. I think you've provided a lot of value for people there, and I think there's going to be a lot of people interested in what you do. So
thanks very much, Mark. Looking forward to speaking to you about power bills.
see ya.
Thanks.
Bye.